Well, hello, hello, hello. Much love to you all. May God bless you all. At 7 p.m. Eastern tonight, we are doing the third of the seven churches of Revelation. Join in. The link could be at the description, and I'll have two links in the description also of what we're about to read today. Yes, Days of Noah, synthetic human embryos are being made and are here. And this is complete blasphemy to God because God created man and woman. He created babies. I want to read a couple Bible verses first. In Psalm 139, verse 13 through 14, it says, "For thou hast possessed my reins, thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well." I also want to go to Psalm 127, verse 3. Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. What scientists are doing here, synthetic human embryos have just been created in a lab with no egg or sperm. When a baby is inside the mother's womb for 9 months, sometimes a little earlier, people have premature births. The baby learns the heart rate of their mother. They get to taste certain things their mother eats. This has really taken away the fact that there is a human bond between the two. Human embryos made without eggs or sperm have been created in a scientific breakthrough, but it could raise serious ethical and legal questions. This was in Cambridge University and California Institute of Technology and resembled embryos in the earliest stage of human development. Scientists believe that their finding could possibly provide some significant insight and aid to research into genetic rare disorders and why miscarriages happen. But the synthetic embryos are not covered by laws in UK and most countries amongst the world. Until this breakthrough, scientists had to adhere to the 14-day rule, which meant they were limited to allowing embryos to develop in the lab for a maximum of 2 weeks. The desire to understand this period of embryos development, which starts at day 14 and ends around day 28, was the main motivation behind the work to create synthetic human embryos. These links will be in the description, but there is something here that a rabbi on Israel 365 News, I completely agree with what he's saying. The rabbi told a joke that illustrated the point. A group of scientists approached God and said that mankind had no use for him anymore as they had created life. God acknowledged that if this was true, then man had truly become independent. But he requested a demonstration. The scientist mixed some mud with water and began to process it. Just a moment, God said, bring your mud and water. I made these. So this rabbi pointed out that the research had additional theological issues. What the scientists are doing is not creation, he explained. They are manipulating cells that God created. Amen and amen. See, we have a hard time sometimes as Christians saying that we can agree with some of the things that people in Judaism does, but here is something that we can agree on. He said, yes, science is discovering wonderful cures and aids, but not everything is permitted in every case. Certain combinations, mixing spices, for example, are forbidden. So, what I'd like to add here is that not just that, like I said in the beginning of this, we take away the human relationship of the embryo and the mother, and also the baby. I mean, as a father, I know I've came home from work. I simply put my hand on the belly when my wife was pregnant, and the baby would kick, or would kick when it would hear my voice. It's like they're trying to create a genetic modified human being race that would have no emotions, no care, no heart, no soul, pretty much. They'd be lab created. They're already trying to debunk God, everything. I mean, It comes to science, they try to debunk God. It comes to alien UFOs, they'll try to debunk God. Now they're going to try to debunk God by saying, look, we have became gods. We have created humans. It's a very dangerous game they're playing. I've been saying for years, I've been mocked and laughed at and scoffed that science is an antichrist in itself. It tries to play God. Science has done huge breakthroughs. Yes. I mean, medicines for asthmas and stuff like this, but science nevertheless is trying to have man carry baby, trying to have it to where you don't need man and woman to make people anymore, so that the days of Lot, the LGBTQ community, can continue to go about what they want. And then they could pump this whole generation of super soldiers they're trying to create that have no minds or souls because they're not created in a human being. They're not created in the process of God. It's a very dangerous game that science is playing. And it's a very dangerous game the world is playing. They're playing with their souls. It's either heaven or hell. So much love to you all. May God bless you.